The quality of Swiss luxury at a fraction of the cost? Well, maybe not an entire fraction.
Old Line Watches.
Hey there, welcome to Old Line Watches. With you as always is this guy right here, Jeremy, your old man from the old line state of Maryland. Today we are going to be doing a review of the Mido Baroncelli Heritage, a snazzy little dress watch that I've had for close to a year now. So I've had a fair amount of wrist time with it, and it's pretty fantastic. So without further ado, let's cue up a slideshow there. Mido has a history going back to 1918. It was started by a guy whose name I don't remember. Mido is Spanish for eye measure. I guess it has to do with showing off how... I have no idea why eye measure was that important, but it was. During the quartz crisis, the Mido was sold in 1972 and changed hands a few times during that time before being swatched up in 1985. I don't know if there was any period of actual dormancy for the brand in that time or not. If anyone does know, please let me know. So before we go into the full review there, this is the part where I humbly beseech you to click the things. You know what YouTube wants. All right, let's move on to the good stuff.
Stats and specs.
Well, let's say hello to the Mido Baroncelli Heritage. Reference M0274071105000. It has a retail price of $1,050 US. You should probably be looking to pay somewhere around $500 to $600 if you are in the market for one of these, maybe even a little bit less on the used market. She is 39 millimeters in diameter with a lug to lug and end link to end link measurement of 44.3 millimeter. Thanks to those negative end links. 20 millimeter lug width. One of my personal favorite features, 7.4 millimeters thick. Ooh, doggy. Sized for my 6 3/4 inch wrist. It comes in at a feathery 103 grams. It is powered by an automatic Mido 1192, which is a base ETA 2892 module. 28,800 vibrations per hour. The case is all 316L stainless steel, high polished all around. It looks really nice. Has a rather lovely stepped bezel. Very small though, giving the dial plenty of real estate. The lugs are kind of fancy without being too ostentatious. They complement the case design very well. Front crystal is flat sapphire with double-sided anti-reflective coating. The crown features the Mido name and is a push-pull crown. Exhibition style case back. 3-bar water resistance. It's a dress watch, didn't expect anything better. Screwed on case back, which is a nice aesthetic touch. I don't know if the case back glass is mineral or sapphire. I would assume it's sapphire, but they didn't say specifically, so it could be mineral glass. I don't know. The strap is 7-link, fully articulated, high polish all around. It is, as you might be able to tell, super duper comfortable. Milled butterfly clasp keeps things closed up with the Mido and Baroncelli name engraved. No half links. The links are relatively small, so you can find a pretty good fit, but something to be aware of. The dial features absolutely no loom whatsoever, which is as it should be when you are dealing with a proper dress watch. No applied anything, it's all printed on. Also typical of a dress watch, particularly one this slim. Double stick at 12 and single sticks all around at the 5s with dots on the minutes. Mido automatic above the pinion, Baroncelli Heritage below the pinion. The date window is well done, but it doesn't feel integrated with the rest of the dial as much as it could. Maybe a little white frame might have helped. The dial is a flat black has a very, very mild, like grainy, sandy, asphalt-like texture that really pops in the light. Let's even change the flavor of the light there so you can kind of see how it looks under different conditions. The hour and minute hands are both Dauphine style with half polished and half rough finish, making it look almost hand drawn. It looks like a piece of like art more than like a piece of metal. The second hand is a somewhat unremarkable polished stick, but it suits everything to a T. The hour and minute hand both go all the way out to the minute markers, and the hour hand is no slouch either. While the movement is not chronometer certified by COSC, as you can see, it still runs within those specifications with a healthy amplitude and minimal beat error.
Props and slops.
And here it is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. For the props, the slimness, look at that, is definitely a big selling point for me. The hands and the dial also are just really, really good looking. Slops. I would have liked to see a little bit of taper on the bracelet. It does a little bit, but not much. I would have loved to see like a tapering down to like a 16 there. And my biggest gripe with pretty much every Mido that's come out in the last long time, an unnecessary date window. I don't know what Mido's love affair with putting a date complication in everything is, but ever since Norman pointed it out, put a link up there to his video on this, I can't help but notice the date windows and the fact that they usually don't belong. Specific things like the big date notwithstanding, but why? Unnecessary. So, that was my review of the Mido Baroncelli Heritage. It looks way more expensive than it actually was, and it will get complimented. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. I thoroughly enjoy it. And stay tuned for the next full review, which is going to be 1, 2, 3 Seiko 5 Sports. Going to do one big review for all of them all at once. So take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Until next time, this is your old man from the Old Line State, signing off.